Hi there, folks. My name is Tommy, the digital creation specialist over at the Bathurst Clark Resource Library, and I love games. Back in university, I not only played a lot of them, I took all kinds of courses on game design, production, marketing, and now I'm here to pass on that knowledge to you. Welcome to Game Design 101. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about how games work. We're going to go underneath the hood and see what makes those games tick. Today's topic is game mechanics. Now what are game mechanics? Well, game mechanics help describe the various rules and unique actions that players use during the games to play it. They can describe how to move around the board, how you score points, and more importantly, they describe how you win and how you lose the game. There are tons of game mechanics out there, and there are all kinds of new ones being invented all the time. But today, we're going to focus on just 5 different game mechanics to help get us started. Okay, and the first game mechanic we are going to tackle is the classic roll and move. This describes an element of the game that uses a die to determine how far players will move along the game board. Some examples of this are used in Snakes and Ladders, Monopoly, and Sorry, where on each of your turns you take the die and roll it to see how far you move along the board. This mechanic is used in just about every classic childhood game, only because it's a very easy to understand rule and helps reinforce basic counting skills. Next, we're going to put on our sleuthing caps and talk about deduction. This mechanic describes a game that's all about solving a mystery. There's going to be clues hidden all over the game or by other players, and you need to put the clues together to solve something. Games that use this are Guess Who, Clue, and Mysterium. This is a great way to create games that have an element of intrigue that relies on player smarts and intuition. Now, we've got one of my favorite game mechanics, Take That! This gotcha style of game mechanic involves interrupting other players with something else, whether it be on their turn or any time during the course of the game. Whether you're making them pick up extra cards, or using something that they've discarded on their turn to win the game, Take That games tend to be very exciting. Some games that use this are Uno, Mahjong, and Spot It. Next, we're going to talk about the game mechanic known as hand management. This game mechanic is generally used in games that involve cards. Whether you're trying to get rid of all your cards or trying to create a specific set of cards in your hand, this game mechanic is all about the cards entering and leaving your hand. Some examples that use this are Goldfish, Old Maid, and Hanabi. Lastly, we're going to be talking about events. Events are random game disruptions. These will occur either randomly or at set intervals during your game, and these will either introduce new rules, change the game state, or make players do very silly things in order to disrupt the flow of the game in some way. This is a very powerful game mechanic, and when introduced well, you can add elements of suspense and excitement to the game. But if it's overused or these events are overly punishing, it can only make players feel frustrated with the game. So, use them wisely. Some games that use events are Monopoly, Risk, and Settlers of Catan. And there we have it, folks. Those there are 5 different game mechanics for you to sink your teeth into. Roll and move, Take That, Deduction, Hand Management, and Events. When you're designing your game, why not look at different kinds of game mechanics? Try out different ones and see if they're a good fit for your game. Why not change them up a bit? Instead of roll and move to determine how far players go on your game board, why not flip a coin? Or see how many vegetables you can name in 3 seconds. If you want to see a giant curated list of board game mechanics, why not visit the fine folks over at Board Game Geek? check out their link above to see their curated list of game mechanics. So, until next time folks, this class is a wrap. Thanks for watching and keep on playing games. Bye-bye.